Rosecrance Behavioral Health transfers ownership of one of its residential recovery homes to a local nonprofit, Life Decisions, Tuesday.
WIFR reporter Bria Walters talks to the organizations about what the transfer means.
Our Rosecrance executives made a very easy choice in donating this house to Life Decisions.
Life Decisions is the organization taking over ownership of Rosecrance's Hillman House. The Hillman House serves as a long-term residential recovery program for boys ages 14 to 18. The house will be a valuable resource for Life Decisions in its mission to support teens and young adults.
It's humbling and honoring that Rosecrance would entrust us to carry on the legacy of impact through this house. It's just so very grateful.
The event showcased the partnership between the two community-focused organizations. President of Rosecrance, David Gomel, says Rosecrance's needs have changed, and that's why it donated the Hillman House to Life Decisions.
Our aggressive focus on expanding outpatient care in the communities and the schools has necessitated that we vacate this house and use some of the other homes that we have.
Rosecrance and Life Decision leaders spoke at the celebration, including Life Decisions Chief Visionary Officer Jake Rogers. He says the transition will take time, but they're excited for the future.
It's going to take us some time building up and getting to that point to have a program quite that size, but we are eager to continue pursuing that vision and to provide that housing for our youth in need.
In Rockford, Bria Walters, WIFR News.
Life Decisions is looking for volunteers for mentoring, tutoring, construction, and counseling. For more information, you can visit lifedecision.net.